parts that has been removed and surgically removed, and we know what's the totality of it. What are they using these parts for? There's got to be a reason why it's specifically these certain things. So if we could just figure out what it is, maybe we could get a clue of what they're trying to do. And I do think they're taking the blood to use for DNA or whatever to do whatever it is they're trying to do with it.
Gallons of it? You know, a cow or a bull, you know how many gallons of blood they have? Oh, come on. Maybe they're taking their DNA from these animals, right, and mixing it with DNA in humans and coming out with who knows.
Well, yes, who knows? You know, if you look back into the hieroglyphics on the Egyptian stuff, you know, they've got half animals and half human beings. Even some of their gods were half human and half
goat semen.
Animal, yeah, you know, a goat, cow, or what monkey, whatever heads. And so maybe it dates back, clear back to then. We don't know, but it makes you think about it, though.
It does. Now, getting out into, here, my paper here, into the wacky news, okay? How would you feel like you've been out with your wife at the theater, you come home, and you know, and you've had a couple beers while you've been out, and you run fast as you can to relieve yourself in the bathroom, and you find company. No, not your wife's boyfriend, but a goat that somehow snuck its way into your house.
I'm going to say this much. If you come home and you find your goat in your house, Gary, just shut the door and leave, because them goats are evil. They're just evil. The goats are bad. If you see a goat in your house, I don't even know what I would do. I'd probably pinch myself. That's just weird. Oh my God.
Well, how many drinks, if you went out for a night, you know, you decided you want to have some hard liquor or beers, and you went into a bar for an hour or two, how many drinks could you drink in an hour?
Well, my championship day is probably about 4 16-ounce beers. That's one every 15 minutes, really drinking it, I guess. I don't know. Depends how fast you want to get drunk. But you wouldn't drink that. The average person is going to drink maybe 2 beers, maybe.
Okay, well, then this bar is going to make a lot of money, because this bar in Missouri, they charge not by the drink anymore. They charge the customer by the hour.
Oh, my goodness. By the hour.
By the hour. What happens if you have a lush in there? It could drink quite a bit in an hour. But, you know, the average person, you just said it, you know, they're going to drink a couple. And, you know, I guess they could make some money depending on how much they charge an hour. But, you know, you maybe get some free peanuts with it, too.
Yeah, maybe some free peanuts. That's you got to count all these free benefits when you go to these places. I haven't been in them places in years, so I wouldn't even know where to begin. If somebody told me, yeah, that'd be $10 an hour, I'd be like, what am I doing?
Now, could you imagine you got a car, right? And you haven't drove it over the weekend. And then Monday, you're getting ready to go to work. And you live in Pittsburgh, by the way, and you're a woman. But you start the car up and you detect kind of like a burning smell coming underneath the hood of your car. Oh, and then the car is not running right. And now you take it into a local shop and you say, something is burning under my hood of my car. They open it up and they found over 200 walnuts stashed all over her motor from squirrels.
You believe it or not, I have come across that scenario a few times in my life, because out here in the Midwest where I live, squirrels are abundant. And they love to get up in motors, and they like to chew on wires, and they like to get up, especially the older cars, you know, the ones that had the big air filters in there. They like to get up in there and store nuts and get in there and get all cozy. But they are known to do that. That does not surprise me at all.
Well, I tell you what, how would you, yeah, wow. You know, 200 walnuts stashed over the weekend in your engine compartment. Hey, these squirrels were smart. They were looking for a nice, warm, secure place.
They were. I had a 70 Chevelle once, and you're probably familiar with 70 Chevelles. There's a lot of room under the hood, you know, with the 350 in there. Just they're different cars, you know. And one day it was kind of similar. It just didn't sound right. Now they hadn't been in there very long, but they had, it wasn't walnuts, they had acorns all over the place in there. And they could see where they started, you know, try to make a little home, but they like to get up into the the little filters that run the air, the heating and stuff like that too. But they're paying the butt to get out of there. I don't know whatever caused them to get up in there, but I've been down that road, so to speak.
Well, that's better than up the road, isn't it?
Yeah, better than up the road with a whole family in there smelling them, burning them up. My goodness.
Well, then, caught on dashboard camera, a big fireball the other day lit up the sky.
Oh, really? Was this a meteorite, or do they know?
They don't know. They just said it was a huge fireball, and it was caught on somebody's, cam, they have in the dash cam.
Oh, wow. I read a report. You know the Tic Tac report with the pilot there, Favor, I think his name was, or Flavor. He said that those UFOs had the ability to block their radar, so they couldn't track them or lock onto them. And he also said that they were lowering down to there was a torpedo in the water, and they were lowering a guy down to get the torpedo. And the guy that was on the wire being lowered down started yelling, "Hey, there's a black mass!" And this black mass came up from under the water and took the torpedo. Now that's some new reports that just came out about that incident. I don't know if you've heard anything about that yet or not.
No, I haven't. That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. So these UFOs were all over, and I guess they can do whatever they want, in water or above water, and it looked like a disc, a black mass that came up and it actually took the torpedo away.
Interesting. Could you imagine you're sitting in your house in Illinois, just watching TV, okay, and all of a sudden a wheel comes crashing through your roof, and then you end up and it misses you. It could have killed you. I mean, you can figure a wheel, just dropping through your roof. It certainly isn't from a car. Well, it turned out to be from a helicopter.
Oh, my goodness.
Helicopter lost its wheel, and it, ran right through the roof of the house.
I'll tell you, if you're sitting there watching TV and a wheel comes through your roof, that would really kind of shake you up, like what's going. You'd think the world was coming to an end or something there for a minute. I'll tell you that would definitely surprise you.
Oh, yeah. And also, how long can you go without blinking your eye? Or eyes, I should say.
Well, I could probably go a while, but if you think about it, it's going to make it harder because you're going to do it. But the thing is, if you don't blink your eyes are going to get dry.
I don't know. There's an actor in the Philippines who broke the world's record. He went 1 hour and 17 minutes and 3 seconds without blinking.
Oh, my goodness. There's an actual record for that. I should have known that.
Well, there's a record for everything, isn't there, almost?
I think there is. I swear Guinness they've got a record for anything. Some of them is bizarre. You ever read some of that crazy stuff? Jeez.
I know. I want to go to New England. You know that? I love pumpkin.
What?
I love pumpkin pies, and I want to go to New England.
Well, you can get pumpkin pies anywhere. You don't have to go that far, everybody.
No, but evidently they have pumpkins that weigh up to 2,295 pounds.
Wow, they've got them here in the Midwest, 1,500, 1,200, but 2,000, that's huge.
Yeah, weighed in and broke the new world record at 2,294 pounds, or actually 2,294.5 pounds.
My
that
goodness.
Sucker, they got a picture of that. I mean, that would take up my whole living room. Could you figure how many Hey, Karen, you're out there. How many pumpkin pies could you make with almost a 2,300-pound pumpkin? I bet you could make enough to feed the whole city.
I'll tell you one thing. If you cleaned that thing out, you'd have a nice little house. Jeez. That's crazy. That's a big pumpkin.
Well, a blindfolded man has also broke the record in Idaho. Yes, Idaho. He was totally blindfolded, and he made, just by tasting the ice cream, he could detect all 11 flavors in 60 seconds.
And he was blind?
Yeah, blindfolded, and they basically, here's a bite. What flavor is this? He went through all 11 flavors in 60 seconds and got them all right. What is wrong with people? Why is this hit making the crazy news? I guess it's because it's crazy, isn't it?
Not only that, but it kind of points to the recollection that a lot of people got too much time on their hands. I don't know what to say about that, but that, oh my goodness.
And a Missouri man, okay, well, he stopped to get gas. And it was unexpected. His wife says, hey, you need to go get gas now before we run out. Well, if he wouldn't have stopped to get gas where he did, he wouldn't be $1.2 million richer. He won the jackpot from the state lottery.
Oh, my.
He went in there and paid for gas and bought a card. And the card was worth $1.2 million.
Now, that is, I don't know what to say that is, but my point is, if something's telling you to stop and get gas and buy a ticket, you best do it, because you never know. It might be $1.2 million richer, or even $20 richer. Who knows? But take the chance.
Well, I don't know. Could you imagine you're living in Tennessee? You got a work van, right? And all of a sudden, the van is parked, where you parked it, right in front of your house. But all of a sudden, your horn keeps going off. You don't have any alarms, so you go out there to see what's going on. And you see a giant bear sitting in the driver's seat, honking the horn.
Well, first of all, they must have had the windows down, had some food in there. That would be very shocking to come out and see a bear in there honking at you to hey, come on, let's go for a ride.
Yeah, but the bear, from what the story is, that the bear didn't quit honking; it enjoyed honking the horn. Yeah, hey, let's go for a ride. You want to get in here with me? Yeah, sure, okay, yeah. Hey, what food do you got? Hey, just me. Okay, well, let's go.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, I've seen what bears can do to the inside of a car. They can totally total your car out. So I wonder how they must have had to tranquilize that poor guy, because who was the one that's going to open the door and say, come on out, little guy? Jeez.
Okay, women. Okay, how many of you out there have been donating your bras to Rhode Island, a group of people who want to break the world's record? They had, over 200,000 bras all tied together to make the world's longest stretch of bras.
That is crazy. There's probably, I don't even think there's a million women in Rhode Island, but that's something else. That is some serious dedication right there. I don't even know what to say about that. But again, I think people got too much time on their hands. There's other things they should be donating their time and effort to besides tying a bunch of bras together.
I don't know. I could just imagine 200,000 bras. I mean, maybe there's a lot of women in that town walking around braless. This time of year, it wouldn't be that bad, would it?
I've lived in Rhode Island. It's only the size of the county I live in out here in Ohio. It's only got maybe 2 million people total in it, and they're not all men. So that's a lot of freaking bras per capita.
Yeah, that's more than my wife has had in the last 40-some years we've been married. I think maybe she has had a dozen. Anyway, you're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark. We got James out there. I'm still trying to figure out what he does for a living. And you got me, Gary. And I do want to do a big shout out to all the truckers. You have made my show grow. And a lot of your truckers out there have contacted various radio stations that picked us up. And I just want to say thank you, because it means a lot to me that you enjoy whatever we do. And it can be ridiculous. But, I wonder after that, after they had 200,000 bras tied together, I wonder if, I'm not going to say that. Anyway, we'll be back in about 2.5 minutes. You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio.
One day while reading history, I paused to take a sigh about the land Afghanistan, where empires go to die. Alexander the Great, he tried and failed. The Mongols, they did too. The British